Good evening. I'm making a Buddha bowl today. I'm making the dip for the Buddha bowl, the sauce. So if you can see inside, I've added sun-dried tomatoes. There is garlic, ginger, and green chili. I like adding chili to my food. So I added a green chili here. And I also added some chipotle that I had, smoked chipotle, just dried. And I'm not adding salt because sun-dried tomatoes are already salty. I'm adding some onions. Sun-dried tomatoes, are rich in C, B vitamins. They have a lot of sodium because the salt added, and also potassium. Now what I'm adding to this is some nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is actually deactivated yeast, but it's normally fortified with B12, and it's very good for people who are on a plant-based diet. I like the flavor of nutritional yeast. I don't mind. It's got a very cheesy, gooey flavor. And if you see the nutritional value here, it has B12, 563%. It's got B6, folate, and zero fat. Carbs are just 3 grams. And it's got very minuscule amounts of potassium, but B vitamins and B12, that is the strength. Now you can add apple cider vinegar, or you could add nimbu to it. I'm adding lemon, half a lemon. Good to have vitamin C in the present times. Adding some water and making a paste. I don't think I need any more water, but I'm not adding definitely no salt. I tasted the sun-dried tomatoes and it was really salty, and the yeast also has a little bit of salt. It's got a slight salty, cheesy taste. You don't need slight flowy consistency is always better. So my other ingredients are all ready for the Buddha bowl. So we move to my assembling the Buddha bowl. That's it. So a Buddha bowl normally has a protein. It's got some lentil, and then it's got some kind of grain and veggies. But now I do not have tofu. Normally Buddha bowls have tofu because it's supposed to be a vegan bowl, and they normally have tofu as the protein. But I do not have tofu at home. So, and I don't have the patience to make tofu. I would probably not in the right mood probably now. So what I am going to do is, I soaked rajma yesterday. People normally add chickpea to the tofu bowl, Buddha bowl. I'm adding rajma here. I soaked it and I have cooked it. And in that water, I cooked it with a little bit of chili powder for the taste, the Indian taste. Now, rajma, we all know, has protein. It's got carbohydrate. So it's got loads of protein in it. 15 grams for this bowl. What is important is got a mineral called molybdenum. Molybdenum, what does that do? That breaks down the essential amino acids, makes it more available to the body. So I am putting this rajma right in the middle. Buddha bowls are beautifully decorated. I'm not very aesthetic, most of you know that. This is again a cruciferous vegetable. This is cabbage, purple cabbage. I had some left over lying at home. I wanted to use that. So I added a little bit of spinach which was there in the refrigerator also. I just blanched them in water I don't like it really raw, so I just blanched it with a little salt. And I already said about the benefits of cruciferous vegetables in my previous video. And here I'm adding roasted sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are carbohydrate rich. They have a medium to high glycemic index. I roasted some cauliflower, which was, again, I was supposed to make a rice with the cauliflower, but then, well, I was putting the sweet potatoes in the oven, and I love roasted cauliflower. So what I did, I added a little bit of pink salt and some chili flakes and roasted them in the oven. I didn't add any oil. Yes, you know, very minimal protein the sweet potatoes have, but what do? They do have a beta carotene they have, and they have B vitamins and C. If you boil the sweet potato, it somewhat reduces the glycemic index. But in many countries, many developing parts of the world, sweet potato is used a lot, and many people survive on it for their protein and the carbs, because you know it gives a lot of energy. And I like them in any form, whether it's boiled or roasted. Boiled sweet potatoes do reduce the GI index, and they make the fiber also slightly more insoluble to keep it out and make it cold and then have it. Now I just roasted it sometime back itself in the afternoon. I roasted both the cauliflower and the sweet potato. Now that I have done this, I don't know if it looks pretty, but I love the colors. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to lace this with my sauce. You know, in Buddha bowl, the taste you should add a dip that enhances the flavor of the bowl. Now, you can't be adding anything and everything, but a sauce that will go well with these ingredients, you know. So each one will have its different thing. If I added tofu, I might have added a peanut sauce, but because this is rajma and you know, other things, I added a slightly spicier sauce. So that is my story of my Buddha bowl. If I need more sauce when I'm eating, I will add it. So this is a healthy dish. I have this for dinner. It's a wholesome meal and no grains in the meal. It's completely grain-free meal. It's good for dinner, actually. I eat as much as I can, and then the rest goes into the refrigerator. Thank you.